They call him a villain.
I let the receiver know every play, hey, this is going to be a long game for you. Like, you're trash.
Get your ass down! Anytime I lined up on him, yeah, y'all go watch that.
He bullies the NFL's best receivers physically and mentally, even DMing their girlfriends.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up in the game like, yeah, you know, I slid in first name basis. People get hot about that.
But behind that drama is one of the most gifted defensive backs of this generation and a Super Bowl champion. So how did this kid become one of the most feared defenders in the NFL? To find out, we gotta go back to Smyrna, Tennessee, when Jalen Ramsey was a special athlete.
And Jalen Ramsey from Brentwood Academy is going to repeat his championship and take his second title of the night.
Last but not least, Jalen was a football superstar, a 5-star recruit, one of the best prospects in the nation. He could have picked any school in the country. Eventually, Jalen took his talents to Florida State, a place where he wouldn't just play football, he was gonna run track too. And the moment he arrived on campus, the coaches were stunned, not by his athleticism, but by one trait that explained everything.
He's a tremendous competitor. That's the thing about him. I mean, it, I think goes even above and beyond the athletic ability. He's a great competitor, and we're lucky to have him.
He's going to do what it takes to win.
And you could see it from day one, because as a freshman, Jalen started every game at safety, helping the Seminoles go 14-0 and win the national championship.
To win the game as a true freshman, that's pretty special.
Yeah, it's special, but it's not really about me and being a true freshman. It's about the team.
That's when his confidence reached a new level. He became more outspoken, more charismatic, and the cameras loved him.
How do you feel about Jalen Ramsey?
Jalen Ramsey. I mean, I'll probably get him in the long jump. I'll probably go up there 27, 28.
We're gonna move on.
Time I spent was locked up.
Yeah, I'm letting them have their little shine right now because later on in practice they usually don't get it in practice. Let's go to the other Odell Beckham. We got another celebrity guest appearance, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Going into his junior year, he believed he could be a top 5 draft pick. So that season, everything became about winning. Everything. Even the slightest edge to help him win.
Say I was playing like a big receiver at whatever school, I would look up his Instagram, maybe see his girlfriend, whatever. Probably go slide in the DMs. I'm bringing it up in the game like, yeah, you know, I slid in first name basis. People get hot about that.
Again, it was that competitiveness that made him great, but sometimes it would get him in trouble too, because he brought that juice to practice, to the point he became too physical. And head coach Jimbo Fisher kicked him out.
No, it ain't typical. It's not what we're going to do. He was told not to do something, he defied me. And I'm very upset with him. It's lack of leadership, it's lack of character.
The very next day, Jalen was back at practice, everything was cool, and he brought that same energy.
Who is the best corner in the country?
Who is it?
Zoom in.
2 hands in the air, no bread, he's still gonna run that dinner. What them man got ain't big, my side of the 6, guns are bigger. Louis Chanel, Celine on me, it's clear I'm a public.
Hey, we're gonna get a good game, man. Just a good game, man. That's all we want. We're gonna compete, all right? That's all we're gonna do.
See, they go for good games and compete, and we go for wins, baby.
2 hands in the air, no bread, he's still gonna run that dinner. What them man got ain't big, my side of the 6, guns are bigger. Louis Chanel, Celine on me, it's bigger. Off-white, a public driller, did that.
Jalen put up his best season. He was a lockdown corner, a fearless tackler, and a team leader. So it was time to take the next step, and he declared for the NFL draft. Ramsey put up an incredible combine, and there was no doubt he was one of the best players in the draft. But not everyone was sold on him, because that same confidence that separated him also rubbed people the wrong way.
He's a clapper, first and foremost. He's a clapper, okay? He wants to get in a guy's head, and I think you can actually go against him and get in his head, and at the next level probably will get flagged for taunting if he does something like that.
In these top 10 teams, we got Chargers, Cowboys, Jacksonville Jaguars. Like, all these teams could potentially need a defensive back. Got the Chargers here at 3. They're either going to go me or Joey Bosa.
The San Diego Chargers select Joey Bosa.
Really wanted to go to the Cowboys. That was my dream team growing up. They had told me straight up, like, if you get to 4, if the Chargers don't take you, we're taking you. So I'm like, man, I'm going to be good.
The Dallas Cowboys select Ezekiel Elliott.
And as soon as they picked Zeke, my phone started ringing.
Jalen Ramsey was his day called with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I was happy, definitely happy, but immediately put that chip on my shoulder and I was ready to get to work.
And the NFL found out quickly, because in week 3, Jalen was facing a tough vet, Steve Smith, a guy you shouldn't play with.
That whole week, it was, and my teammates at the time, they knew how I am. Yo, Jalen, don't talk to Steve. Don't argue with Steve. Don't diss with Steve. Nothing with Steve. He crazy. He gonna spaz. I'm like, y'all crazy. Like, I'm that. Like, I don't care what he talking about. I'm that.
There was a turnover.
His ball is deflected and intercepted by Posluszny.
And in the middle of the pile,
he ended up getting a flag. He pushed one of our nickels at the end of the play. That was my moment.
He hit me. When I got up, I looked at him, but what he said told me a lot. He goes, ain't nobody scared of you.
His exact words were, yo, youngin, you straight, but you better watch who you talking to. You better watch who you. And I started laughing at him.
He didn't have anything to say. Get in the locker room, he's talking.
Game over with. You still mad because I was locking you up? All right, go sleep on that. Anytime I lined up on him, yeah, y'all go watch that. Y'all tell me who got in who head.
The media went crazy, but it wasn't that deep. Ramsey is a competitor, and he's not gonna back down from anyone. Talking trash wasn't just aimed to distract his opponent. He used it to level up his play.
Talking shit actually kind of gives me a little bit more motivation as well. If I talk shit, I know I gotta be on my A game. Whatever shit I was talking on Monday, all throughout the week, I better make sure my ass was grinding on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so Sunday I can back up all this shit.
That's the part people miss. Trash talk made him lock in, from recovery to nutrition. Athletes like Jalen need to get in sufficient protein. I know, there are plenty of supplements out there, but nothing beats real food. And that's why I like to keep my nutrition natural. And I want to introduce my new post-workout snack, Sipping Kettle and Fire Bone Broth. It's an easy way to get protein in because each serving has at least 19 grams. But it's much more than that. It has collagen and it's naturally rich in electrolytes, which is great after a workout. And it is super simple to make. So here we have beef broth, which is actually my favorite. So I'm just gonna make myself a cup now. So I pour it in. Then I just heat it up for a minute. So I don't like to heat it up for too long, just slightly. And there we go. I sip it while I'm working. It saves me so much time and it tastes great. Definitely recommend it, guys. Give Kettle and Fire a try. They hooked me up with an exclusive discount so you can get 20% off using my code below. Link is also in the description. Then let's get back to Jalen Ramsey. His rookie year was amazing, and he finished second in Defensive Rookie of the Year behind Joey Bosa. He was a shutdown corner who was in your head all game. And by year 2, he was even better at both.
Oh, there's a fight behind the play. Flags come flying in. AJ Green, Jalen Ramsey, they've been going at it.
Despite the drama, Ramsey's talent was still undeniable, and he played at an extremely high level. He was named first team All-Pro in just his second season, helping change the franchise. Because his rookie year, they only won 3 games. But in 2017, they made it to the playoffs, forcing a wild card matchup against the Buffalo Bills. And with less than a minute to play, the ball was thrown his way.
Pass, tip, and intercepted by Ramsey to close it out.
We going to the Super Bowl, and we gonna win that bitch.
The Jaguars built on that momentum, taking down the Steelers before meeting Tom Brady and the Patriots in the AFC Championship game. Jacksonville had the lead, but lost in a heartbreaker.
I mean, it's tough, dog.
That loss motivated him. It showed he had what it takes to win a ring. So the next season, the confidence got even louder.
Ramsey calls Josh Allen trash. He called Matt Ryan overrated. Big Ben decent at best. And Joe Flacco sucks.
It wasn't just quarterbacks. Nobody was safe. He faced Gronk, one of the best tight ends in NFL history, and he held him to just 2 catches for 15 yards. A few weeks later, he faced one of the league's fastest players in Tyreek Hill. But like always, Ramsey didn't care who it was. He was gonna talk.
He's good for what he does for their team. He made All-Pro as a return specialist. Let's get that right. He went to 2 Pro Bowls as a return specialist, so it's not a wide receiver versus corner matchup.
I ain't gonna lie, boy. That bitch Jalen Ramsey, boy, that bitch that talk so crazy. That bitch gonna talk about your girl, your mama. Fellas, we know whenever a bitch talk about your mama, you just lose all train of thought. So Ramsey, man, like he probably got the best of me in trash talk, bro.
In week 11, Ramsey lined up against one of football's best receivers and had himself a day.
7 straight games. Here's the pass to the end zone. And it's Ramsey who comes away with it. Go get to another one. Intercepted.
It looked like the Jaguars landed a franchise cornerstone. But behind the scenes, Ramsey was getting frustrated with the organization, and it came out on the sideline.
Fireworks on the Jacksonville sideline a moment ago. Jalen Ramsey coming off the field. That's Doug Marrone, the head coach. He's yelling out. Marrone follows him over to the bench.
Week in and week out, when I was in Jacksonville, I was asked to do the toughest task, was to go and eliminate number 1 receivers so everybody else can kind of play their game. D-Hop, the best receiver in the NFL. That was my task for the day. I'm strapping up against D-Hop, following everywhere across the field, and I saw on a route where I felt like he had dropped the pass. I actually saw the ball hit the ground.
I don't know. Did he catch that? Doug
That's
Marrone
why you're up.
has not thrown the challenge flags.
Yo, I'm one of your top players. You asked me to do this tough task during this game. I want you to trust me. But the fact that he didn't throw the challenge flag, it rubbed me the wrong way. That's one of the first places that I've ever been in that I don't feel valued. It was weird and it was frustrating, and we wasn't winning, and they didn't want to pay me early. So all of that put together was like, man, so what am I here for?
Jalen Ramsey's agent, David Mulgina, requested a trade from the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Obviously, I told him I wanted to go to a winning team. Some specific teams that I kind of told him, like Baltimore a lot, because they're known for defense. Kansas City, obviously they were a winning team, but the team that I pushed for the most, I was like, please get me here, was the Oakland Raiders. I dang near begged to go to the Raiders.
But Ramsey came with a heavy price tag, and one team was willing to pay it.
Breaking news, Jalen Ramsey traded to the Los Angeles Rams in exchange for 3 total picks, 2 first-round picks, and a 4th-round pick.
I feel free. I feel like it's a fresh start.
New team, but it was the same Jalen Ramsey, a fearless corner who was gonna dominate you and let you know about it.
Ain't nobody better than me in this league.
I've been waking up the racks, bitch. $250,000 need a rack. My little nigga let the Mac grip. Left a baby on the bottom lip. Most of these hoes get hit and get flipped. Most of these niggas ain't real, can't trip. Part of me bought a part of it. Getting money like a lot of it. Okay, walk through in Egypt for 300. Put out her bed and I sleep on it. Put out my dick and she eat on it. She a little freaky, she sucking no teeth on it.
Breaking news out of Los Angeles. The Rams making Jalen Ramsey the highest paid defensive back in NFL history.
5 years and $105 million. He didn't just reset the corner market, he blew it away.
Sean McVay's team was all in. It was Super Bowl or nothing, and Ramsey was crucial. He took the Rams defense to another level, turning them into one of the best units in the entire NFL.
Off play action now, under pressure. Gets it away, and it's intercepted at the 45-yard line. Here's one pounded up, and intercepted by Ramsey.
Goff hit as he throws for the end zone. Intercepted! Jalen Ramsey with the pick at the goal line.
The Rams flew into the playoffs, and for Ramsey, the road led back to one name, Tom Brady, the one who had taken the Super Bowl from him. And this time, the story ended differently.
30 yards to win the game. Matt Gate boots it through, and the Rams, by the hair of their skinny teeth,
That win set up the NFC Championship, where they faced a division rival, the San Francisco 49ers. And in the 4th quarter, with the game tied, Ramsey saw an opportunity to change the game. But the Rams still came out on top, and Jalen Ramsey was headed to his first Super Bowl. They faced the Cincinnati Bengals, who had the best receiver in the league, Jamar Chase.
Coach, I want to take that dude out the game. Have you done any of that with the coach?
Come on, it's me now. Like,
Right.
Of course, that's what I'm asking for. That's what I want. Whoever you think your best man is, put me on him. Let me help the team win this game.
straight drop, going deep in that direction. He reaches out and makes the grab and takes on for it on 4th and 1, and that pass is incomplete.
Both players had their moments, and the game came down to the wire. But eventually, the Rams won, and Jalen Ramsey was a Super Bowl champion.
Indescribable still to this moment. Indescribable joy of like everything that I dreamed about has happened. Genuinely, my childhood dream has come true.
During his time in LA, Ramsey wasn't as wild as his first couple of years in the league. He still brought that energy, but there were no more fights, ejections, or post-game drama. So it looked like LA was the perfect fit, and the Rams' plan to go all in worked. But moves like that always come with a price, because after a championship, everyone wants to get paid. So the Rams had to make space. And since Jalen was up for another expensive contract soon, the writing was on the wall.
Got some breaking news into the HQ. The Miami Dolphins are acquiring all-pro cornerback Jalen Ramsey from the LA Rams.
Ramsey paired up with Xavier Howard, who was one of the best DBs in the league at the time.
Welcome to Miami, man. You good? I ain't never think we was gonna be on the same team, though. I couldn't believe it, bro. We're gonna be the best duo. Remember that.
But the Miami fans had to wait to see their new star in action.
I was locking up Tyreek one day in practice, right? I made a break, and I don't know, my knee just popped or something, gave out. I don't know. It probably already was a little funky up in there anyway.
Ramsey was placed on IR, and in week 8, he stepped onto the field for the first time as a Dolphin.
Seems like everyone's been talking about the offense here for the last couple of years, but today it's about this Miami defense because Jalen Ramsey is finally set to make his Dolphins debut.
They try to tie this game. Pump fake. Jones throwing near center of the field. That pass intercepted. Jalen Ramsey get his first pick in his Dolphins debut.
And 2 weeks later, against the Raiders, he was everywhere.
Pick off intercepted. Ramsey's got it. Going deep, looking for Tucker. Intercepted. Another one for Ramsey.
Again, Ramsey played at an extremely high level, and despite missing 7 games, he still made the Pro Bowl. He changed the defense, and the Dolphins saw the impact he made on their team on and off the field.
There's a new highest paid cornerback in the league, and his name is Jalen Ramsey. That moves him just past the $24 million that Patrick Surtain II is getting from the Broncos.
But from there, things got messy. In 2024, Miami had a disappointing season, and Jalen didn't play his best ball.
End zone, Harrison.
For the first time since his rookie year, he missed the Pro Bowl. It was his 9th year in the league, and people called him washed and overrated. But according to NFL insider Tom Pelissero, there was more to the story.
Him and Vic Fangio never really clicked. And Vic Fangio, he wanted to go back to Philly. Ultimately, it was a parting of ways, but really Vic was getting fired. Part of that was Jalen Ramsey didn't like that Vic was very set to his scheme and wasn't necessarily open to input or have the flexibility to put Jalen Ramsey in what he thought were the positions to succeed.
So really after a couple of weeks of discussions between ourselves internally and Jalen and his representation, we decided that it was probably in the best interest for all parties to move forward.
That opened the door to another team. A team who wasn't afraid to bring someone in who brought that energy. A team that just acquired DK Metcalf, Aaron Rodgers, Darius Slay, and Jonnu Smith. And they wanted to make a Super Bowl run.
This is where God led me for whatever reason, and this is where he wanted me to be because I can focus strictly on football, get back to the basics.
Pittsburgh wanted to try something new and put Ramsey at safety, a position he hadn't played in 13 years, but he didn't hesitate.
It was mutual, to be honest. Just feeling like that's what the team needed. That's what the secondary needs.
It might have been a new position, but Jalen Ramsey is Jalen Ramsey. Because in week 1 against the Jets, he got into it with top wideout Garrett Wilson. Moments like that bring the best out of Jalen. So as he often does, he had the last laugh.
Fields on 4th down. Steps up. Fields deliver. Catch made. And the ball is jarred loose. Garrett Wilson could not secure it, and Jalen Ramsey has slammed the door shut.
Pittsburgh used him all over the field. They wanted to use his physicality, and that paid off, because in week 6, he recorded his first ever multi-sack game.
And Gabriel gets sacked. Jalen Ramsey. Gabriel out of the pocket, on the move, caught from behind. Jalen Ramsey.
I'm going to probably tell my kids about this. I played in a game with T.J. Watt and Myles Garrett, and I had 2 sacks. That's crazy, huh?
I cannot say enough about Jalen Ramsey, guys. This guy plays outside corner, he plays nickel, he plays free safety. He is exactly what we hoped he would be.
Later that year, Ramsey faced a familiar name, Jamar Chase, who he'd battled in the Super Bowl. And this time, Jamar had himself a game. But they played in the same division, so Jalen had a chance to see him again. And like usual, it was a heated battle, and Ramsey used mind games to level up his play. But Jamar Chase, he fell for the bait.
He spit on me, so it's up. I don't get football after that, respectfully.
And look, they're going at it again. The flags come in again. It's Jalen Ramsey.
I'm always going to be all for trash talking and stuff like that. I actually enjoy that part of the game. I think people know that. As soon as he spit, I ain't going to tolerate that part of it.
But still, Jalen had a great year, and he helped the Steelers make the playoffs.
Here's a blitz. Tagovailoa knocked down. And Jalen Ramsey steps in front of his former Rams teammate and takes it away.
He definitely wasn't washed, because even though he changed positions in his 10th year in the league, Jalen Ramsey made the Pro Bowl for the 8th time in his career. It shows Jalen Ramsey is still playing at a high level, and it is safe to say he's one of the best cornerbacks of his generation. An extreme competitor who does everything to win. A guy who will be missed. Because hate him or love him, Jalen Ramsey is one of one.
I was always told I had to be the best at any and everything I did. Whatever you gonna do, you have to be the best at it. That gives you the mindset of, okay, I have to work hard at this. I have to have determination. I get my opportunity on that field, I'm gonna make it count.
I want to leave a legacy on the game of football. I want my name to be talked about like Deion's name is being talked about. Just like people say that about Deion. Like, I've never seen anybody play the way he plays ever. I want people to say that at the end of my career. Like, yeah, I never saw anyone play like he played ever.
Subscribe for more stories. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of y'all. See y'all at the next one. Have a blessed day.